I'm asked all the time, Anthony, how's the market? What are homes selling for there in Northwest Arkansas? My friend, I bet you're asking that same question, and that's why you're here at the channel today. Now, my friend, my channel, I don't typically do a market update once a month. I do them once a quarter to keep you informed as to what's happening in our local real estate market. It's springtime here in Northwest Arkansas, which means baseball, bikes, and buyer agreements are abounding. I'll definitely touch on buyer agreements later in the video. At the end, I'm also going to provide some tips and tricks in order to get your offer accepted. This isn't a how-to channel. This is information that would be helpful for you to know before you step foot into Northwest Arkansas. I'm going to be following up on what my market predictions were at the beginning of the year, telling you what's going to take place, and some of them have come true already. The reason so many people ask that question, how is the market? Again, you're probably nodding along with me, is you're looking to make a cross-country move. You're looking to maybe sell your home here locally, and you're wanting to know, is now the best time to buy or sell a home? So let's dig into those predictions. Let's look at what our market has done already here in Q1 of 2024. Before we jump into the statistics, my friend, I need to remind you that I'm here in Northwest Arkansas, and we're only going to look at Benton County, because if we looked at all of Northwest Arkansas, we would get very much into the weeds. So for the sake of this video, this is in regards to Benton County, Arkansas on homes, not townhomes, not condos, not land listings, not rentals. This is on single family residential listings. It's also helpful for you to know that I need to break out new construction versus existing construction because there is so much new construction in our market, and those numbers can skew one another, the new versus the existing construction, on days on market, on price per square foot, and those types of analytics. Let me remind you what my predictions were for 2024 at the beginning of the year. My first prediction was that 2024 is going to be a very fast-paced market, much like 2021 and 2022, and I'll refer back to that with personal examples and of course back it up with stats and facts later in the video. My second prediction was that buyers are going to get off the fence, the ones that have been sitting since 2020, 21, 22, because of job, because of rates, because of home prices continuing to trek forward. My friend, if you're looking to wait or time the market, you're gonna miss out. The third prediction that I had at the beginning of the year is that builders are going to be behind the 8 ball, meaning they're not going to have inventory ready to go for when you're looking to buy it. My last prediction, number 4, is it's an election year. So what's going to happen? I looked at years past to find out, does that have an effect on housing prices, interest rates? And I couldn't find an exact correlation, and no matter which way you vote, that doesn't matter, but it's an election year, so we have to consider what might happen because of that, which might affect interest rates or home sales. That last one, of course, my friend, it is still too early in the year to be able to tell what that's going to look like. Maybe we can revisit that again, latter part of Q3, beginning part of Q4. In Q1 of 2024, there were 462 new construction homes that sold. There were 649 existing homes that sold. Now, another little caveat here is our MLS was able to break out a couple years ago the difference between days on market and days pending. So what we're looking for in there is the amount of days it took from list to under contract. That's what most people really want to narrow down to when they think about days on market. Well, days on market also accumulates once it went under contract until it finally closed. That can be a window of a long time, especially if it's new construction. Days to contract on new construction were 67 days. Days to contract on existing homes was 37 days. So that can be said another way, that existing homes are selling twice as fast as new construction homes are. Looking at my favorite stat that I love to hate is price per square foot. New construction homes sold at $205 per square foot, and existing homes sold at $199 per square foot. What that means in regards to actual sales price, new construction homes sold $428,937 at 100% to list price, and existing homes sold at $418,710 at 98% to list price. So there was a little bit of variance. Understand that if you're looking at new construction, they're not going to be budging on their price. They may still provide concessions if the home's been sitting for a while, or they may be able to give you some type of rate buy down if you use a certain lender or title company. Existing homes, you're dealing with an individual that may or may not offer concessions, but they also may look to negotiate. Please understand, my friend, just because that 98% does not mean that every home is selling for less than list price. That's the average number. Now let's look at current numbers to be able to help tell you where our market is headed. As of the shooting of this video, there are 1,197 homes for sale in Benton County. 518 of those are new construction and 635 are existing. If you're an analytical person and you just did the math, you would say, Anthony, that does not add up. Yes, my friend, I know once I select new construction homes in our MLS and then toggle over to existing homes, there are 44 homes that are not classified as new construction or existing homes. So I'm going to be giving you the numbers and stats as accurately as I possibly can. So you should know that the numbers are only as good as I could possibly deliver them to you, my friend. Of the 1,153 homes that can be classified as new or existing, 49% of the available market is new construction. If you are an active buyer looking in our market for a new home to you, maybe new or existing, just understand it's about 50-50. You're going to find new versus existing depending on the price point that you're looking. Those new construction homes are listed just shy of $470,000. Then that provides you a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2124 square foot home listed at $213 per square foot. If you've watched my videos before, you know that there's not a whole lot of new construction that's on the upper register well into the 7-figure range. So that's why existing homes tend to typically be a little bit higher in regards to purchase price. That said, let's look at the existing homes that are available. Existing homes are coming in just shy of $725,000, and you should know that over 100 of those homes are over 7 figures. They're over $1 million. That said, the average home that's available to you right now as the shooting of this video is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,519 square foot home at $298 a square. I need to always pause here and understand when we're comparing price per square foot, when we're comparing new versus existing, many of the new construction homes are on a quarter to a half acre, maybe an acre lot, whereas a good amount of our existing homes might be on 150 acres. So that price per square foot gets jumped up significantly because the existing homes are also factoring in acreage. As you know, my friend, in these market updates, I get a bit nerdy. So let's go even a couple steps farther and look at pending homes. Pending home is what is happening right now. Of course, sold homes is what's happened in the past. What is on the market is what's getting ready to happen. Let's look at what is happening right now. As far as existing homes, there are 422 homes that are pending currently in our MLS, and there are 508 new construction homes that are pending. So over 50% of what's pending in Benton County right now is a new construction home. The average home that is existing that's pending is coming in at $206 a square foot. That is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,180 square foot home at $450,217. The pending new construction homes that are currently in our MLS, that are currently under contract, are coming in at $204 per square foot at $428,567. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,067 square foot home. For extra measure on the pending, we know that the average days on market for existing homes is 43 days, and the average days on market for pending is 39 days. Now that totally contradicts what we saw earlier in the video about existing homes selling twice as fast. But again, my friend, there's that caveat in there of days on market and what is pending versus list date to contract date. I thought it would be helpful for you to understand, again, speeding up, you might say, Anthony, 39 days on market is not very fast. My friend, let's look at March specifically. We know that January, February is kind of a lag from what happened at the last part of Q4 of 2023 and early part of 2022. Our market always speeds up in March, April, May. So let's look at March specifically. So for the last 30 days, 560 of those nearly 1,000 homes went active and pending in the month of March. Breaking it down even further, 273 of those 560 homes were new construction homes. Said it another way, over half of the current properties that are pending in our MLS were listed and sold underneath 30 days. Some of them same day, some of them sold before print because the neighbor saw them moving, which brings us to something else we need to talk about, and that are pocket listings. My friend, if you're coming from a different market, pocket listings are illegal. If an agent in Arkansas is advertising a property, they're saying, hey, I've got one coming. It's at 1234 Banana Street. They have to have it marketed within the next 24 hours, within the next business day. My friend, if you're an agent in Arkansas and you're watching this, I am calling you out. Stop doing that. All of these stats and facts, my friend, are telling you that our market is moving faster, especially in the last 30 days. That said, we're looking at months of supply being closer to 2.14 months of supply going into the future based on what homes are currently active on the market. That means if we were to stop listing houses today, it would take us just a little over 2 months to buy up all the existing inventory. Coming down to my own personal numbers, let me help you understand I help multiple people buy and sell. So these numbers are both buy side and sell side transactions. We've put together over 17 offers in the last 30 days, and we have 6 offers that have been accepted as a buy side transaction. So of my 6 contracts that are currently pending at the shooting of this video, 66% of those were in multiple offers. Again, those are the ones that we just got accepted. That's not to mention the other ones that we missed out on, the other 11 contracts that we missed out on, those were also in multiple offers. And my friend, I'm not talking just one price point. This is anywhere from $250,000 up to $800,000. The average for my clients is typically around $450,000 to $500,000. We're seeing multiple offers in that price range. Now, I haven't had any personal transactions above the $800,000 range since last year. Those numbers are not included in this analysis. My friend, I'm not telling you this to scare you, but to prepare you. If you are looking to sell your home, let's strategize together and figure out the best way to market your property in order to get the best result for you. If you're looking to buy a property here in Northwest Arkansas, again, it is spring of 2024 as the shooting of this video. I don't know when you're watching it, but please understand we are in multiple offer situations. It's back to a 2021, 2022 type market where we're having to go non-refundable deposit up front, where we're having to do appraisal gap coverage. What that means is the difference between the appraised price and the contract price. Now, if that's not something you can do based off of your loan type or your personal comfortability with finances, that's okay. Just letting you know that's what other people are willing to do in order to secure a property. It's been very common in the last 30 days that multiple people have reached out to me and said, Anthony, we're coming on a house shopping trip. Would love to go see properties. They're saying, can you help us with this? So they send me a list of 15 to 20 homes. By the time they get here, maybe only 1 or 2 days later, over 95% of those homes are already under contract and gone. So you may be asking yourself, how do we get ahead of this? How do we get ourselves positioned to where we are ready to make an offer that stands out above the rest? Besides the other things that I mentioned, here's what we need to consider. One major tip is if you have a home to sell somewhere else before you move to Northwest Arkansas, please reach out to me prior to, so that way we can line up timeframes and get your home under contract wherever you're moving from before you're offering here in Arkansas. So one thing is making sure your home is already under contract and past any type of contingency, such as appraisal or inspection. The next tip that I would give you is make sure that whatever agent you choose over there, please let me know if I can help with that, but whatever agent you're choosing to sell your current home before you move here, make sure you discuss with them and your agent here in Northwest Arkansas a rent back or a longer close, so that could give you the ability to not have to move twice, selling that home, moving into short-term rental, and then moving into your new home. That said, the next thing you might want to consider, the next tip is look for short-term rental options here in Northwest Arkansas, or maybe look to stay with family for a short term between houses. Tip number 4 is consider strengthening the terms of your offer. We're not in the days where we're offering less than list price, maybe on a case-by-case basis if the home's been on the market for a significant amount of time, but we're in a very fast-paced market where we need to consider things like non-refundable deposit, where we need to consider inspection terms tightened up, need to consider appraisal gap, need to consider every item of the contract in order to present it to the best light for the seller. We need to give them what they're looking for, especially in a multiple offer situation. At the beginning of this video, I said buyer agreements. My friend, if you're looking to move here to Northwest Arkansas, please understand that Arkansas is one of the 18 states that currently says in order for an agent to represent you, there's what's called a buyer exclusive representation agreement. So if you're looking to work with Anthony, I'm going to ask you to sign that before we go look at properties. And we need to have a conversation prior to you signing that for you to understand what the terms of that contract look like. It may be different to what your prior experience has been wherever you're coming from. I always use personal examples. Here's a recent one. Someone just said, hey, I'm going to go work with a traditional agent to where they go get their commission from the seller. My friend, every agent in Arkansas is going to ask you to sign a buyer rep agreement. These are state approved forms. Anthony doesn't go in and modify the agreement for you specifically. So we need to talk about it on the front end to make sure there's no misunderstanding of how this transaction takes place. My friend, as always, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to convey this information to you to help inform you as you're moving forward in a real estate purchase or sale. Now you know a little bit more about what life is like in and around Bentonville. Thanks for watching.